What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within. Now today we'll be taking a look at a very specific gold making strategy for the launch itself, and for week 1 and week 2. This is something you could use to make a lot of gold in even the first couple of months, but it will be very good at the start, and we'll be basing this on the fact that people are going to be farming renown, and renown will be important for people that want to play the game, do PvE content, do regular content, and for gold making. It's pretty much important for everyone playing the game itself, and you will be directly benefiting from people trying to min-max their renown reputations and getting as much renown as they possibly can. Now, before we talk about the exact gold making strategy here, we do have the daily shoutout for my War Within Goldmaking Guide, which if you don't have it already, the link will be down below. You already know what this is. I'll do a quick TLDR here as well, that this is a goldmaking guide that I've made. It's currently 88 pages long, and when you buy the guide, you get access to, first of all, the guide itself. Once again, 88 pages right now. It's a one-time payment, so you will get all the future updates sent to you directly for free, and you don't have to pay anything extra for those updates. This guide covers gold making with professions, so crafting, and different ways to make gold than the method covering here today. And we also have gold farms, both single target really, solo gold farms and group gold farms that you can do as well, and it just directly helps you benefit and helps you make more gold in the War Within. In addition to that, when you buy the guide, you get access to an exclusive gold making Discord server, where we have even more resources, spreadsheets, and a bunch of people that are sharing how to make gold, myself included, and in that same Discord server, I will give you guys exclusive videos. That means videos that will never be public on YouTube, and early access to gold farms and gold making videos in the War Within. At the moment, when I'm making this video, we currently have 3 videos in exclusive access. That means right now, at the start, before the War Within comes out, we already have 3 videos that are only available to people that have this gold making guide, and we have a video in early access that will show you 2 very good gold farms that you can do at the launch of the War Within. Either way, check out the guide, the link is down below, and if you do buy the guide, thank you so much. Your support really means a lot to me, and it is directly what allows me to make the content that I want to make, instead of feeling like I make the content that I have to make. I can just spend my time talking about gold making, finding ways to make gold, and then share them with you guys. So let's talk about the gold making strategy for today. This will be a long video, not really that long, but it will be focused on one gold making strategy and going in depth on that specific strategy. That means it might not be for everyone, but the aim here is to cover one way of making gold and go in depth. So we're talking about inscription. Inscription is arguably my favorite profession, or at least one of them for the War Within, and it has been in the past as well. Now, when it comes to inscription, I've already talked about a couple of ways to make gold with inscription before, one of which you specify into milling herbs at the highest quality you can, and one of which you specify into making inks at the highest quality you can, and one to make reagents at the highest quality that you can. And based on what you want to make, there are different ways to spend your knowledge points, so you can go into, for example, the pursuit of profession route, where you can spend all your points into milling, all of them into inks, or all of them into ciphers and reagents. Then you can use, for example, this one right here, the pursuit of knowledge, to then further enhance your benefits by giving you multicraft, ingenuity, and resourcefulness. Now you can also get all 3 of them right here, and then maximize into one of them, just to give you more benefit and more profit from what you are already doing. Now for today, we are talking about another side of inscription, and once again, I hinted towards this at the beginning. We are focusing on renown and farming renown. For the purpose of that, we have contracts. These contracts will be giving you additional reputation when you do world quests, and how much rep you get depends on the quality of the contract. So for example, right here, sign a contract with the Assembly of the Deeps that allows you to gain 10 reputation with them every time you complete a world quest in Castle Gar. Now, Blizzard has already said that contracts will be war-bound, which means that you can't just have a contract for character number 1 and then a different contract for character number 2 to just keep repeating world quests. They will all have the same contract, so it will be war-bound. And as you can see here, that is currently live on the beta. You may only sign 1 contract per week. This effect is shared across your warband. But that being said, everyone will want to have some sort of contract, just to increase the amount of reputation that they get when doing world quest. Now, I do want to say that this will not be highly relevant on the first couple of days, and the reason for that is this timeline right here. World quests are not going to be available until the first weekly reset. So if you have the early access, for example, as you can see right here, you will be playing the game for 5 days before the first weekly reset. That means you have 5 days to set all of this up and make as much to get this set up to be able to get a contract at the highest quality you can, and then after 5 days, that is when you start printing gold and making a bunch of profit. Now, going back to the contracts themselves, Quality 2, which you will get really early, by the way, Quality 2 contracts, they will give you 10 reputations. But if we get this one up to Quality 3, that will give you 15 reputation from those world quests. That is 33% more, or 50% more. Either way, it goes from 10 to 15, and that is pretty relevant, so you want to be able to make these contracts at the highest quality that you can. Now, as you can see here, I currently have 70 skills in inscription, and until you are able to make these contracts, like looking at the contract here, they do cost you 150 acuity to buy, and you want to buy at least one of them, preferably as many as you can, and you need to have certain renown levels to buy these contracts as well. You would have to have 600 acuity to buy all of them, or you can buy one of them and just focus on the most profitable one. Now, you can see that I'm lacking about 200 skill points, or 190 points. That being said, we do have this tool. We can get 3 rare tools and accessories instead. That would give me 32 more skill points. It is important to note that when it comes to doing the math here, for getting the amount of skill points that you need, like you would get plus 40 in total when you have all of the rare tools and the rare accessories as well. That is plus 40, we currently have plus 8, so 32 more skill points by getting that. Now, when it comes to how to spend your points here, you would want to spend, maybe not 30 points here, that's kind of up to you, but you also want to then do a runic research, and you want to put in enough points into runic research, which is 10, to be able to unlock a sub-spec. After that, you want to max out contracts, so you go down here, you apply as much knowledge points as you can, and at the moment right now, we have spent 70 knowledge points. This is likely where you will be in week 1, about 70 knowledge points, because you can get 24 for free, then you have the first time craft, then you have renown, and then you have the treasures and everything else as well. So 70 knowledge points should be roughly where we end up after the first week. Now, as you can see, we are still 90 skill points away, or about like 95 skill points away. That being said, we can get 32 from here, and we can get another 13 by skilling up inscription as well, and we can skill up inscription by making these contracts. Now, I'm just going to skip ahead, and we're going to put in 20 more knowledge points here, just to see if we can, at some point, guarantee this to be quality 3, which we should be able to. So right now, we are missing 55 skill, and we can once again get 32 more skill points by getting our tools and accessories upgraded, and then also skilling up inscription. So when you have done that, when you have skilled up inscription and you have gotten rare tools and accessories, you will be able to guarantee this at the highest quality you can, which is quality 3. That being said, that will require you to spend the gold to skill up inscription all the way to 100. You would also have to spend 900 acuity on accessories and tools, which for most people, 900 acuity will take about 4 weeks time, give or take, if you do your weeklies and stuff like that, right? So about 4 weeks. You can get it on week 1, by the way, but it will be about 4 weeks. Now, in addition to that, you have to spend 90 knowledge points. 30 here, 30 here, and 30 here. That will be very difficult to get on week 1. I'm just gonna say it. And people do want to have these contracts in the first week, like when they become available, referencing back to the timeline here. On the 28th of August, on the first weekly reset, people will want to buy these contracts ASAP, as soon as possible. And in this case, you can make gold by spending your concentration to get these contracts to quality 3. For the first weekly reset. It will be very difficult, if not impossible, to guarantee these at quality 3 on that day of the weekly reset, so you will most likely be spending your concentration in that case, 210 concentration, to make one contract at quality 3, and these quality 3 contracts are going to go for a hefty amount of gold. in that first weekly reset, when everyone, and I mean everyone, is min-maxing their renown. If you are a gold maker, you will be wanting renown to get to renown 12, for example, for plus 10 knowledge points, which is pretty important. And if you are a raider, there are certain benefits there as well when it comes to getting, for example, some previous items. There are some epics you can get from getting renown as high as you can, so they want to min-max as well. And if you have enchanting, some of the recipes directly come from getting to renown with some factions. So people, like pretty much everyone, will want to have a contract. Now, most people will probably settle for a quality 2, but the people that really want to push, they want to get that quality 3, and they will easily pay you like 10, 20, 30,000 gold extra for quality 3, depending on how difficult it will be to get, and whether or not you have to spend your concentration. If my theory is correct here, that you will not be able to guarantee this on the weekly reset, you could guarantee it after doing some weeklies and doing some stuff in the second week, probably, but on the day of the reset, it will be very difficult to guarantee these at quality 3, and you would then have to spend your concentration on it. That way you can make a bunch of gold by spending your concentration, making these contracts, and selling those contracts at, once again, quality 3. Now, for most of you, you will be able to guarantee contracts at quality 3 in the second week. Now, going back up here, I can even skill up right now by making Algari treatises on inscription, for example, and I can mass make these. I can make them for myself, and when I make one, for example, there's a huge chance to learn another one. So let's just say that I make one for inscription for myself, didn't learn another one right now. There we go, now we learned one for alchemy. And let's just say I don't have alchemy on this character, that is not a problem. I can make this for my other character who has alchemy. So I can make in a personal crafting order for alchemy. Alternatively, a lot of people are going to be doing public orders for these as well. So you can make these for people in public orders, where they will supply you with all the materials, and that way you can skill up inscription for free. Additionally, you can do Vantus runes to skill up as well, or you can go back down and actually buy one of the recipes for the contract and make them at quality 2, alternatively spend your concentration while making them and getting 1 skill point every single time, and just push your skill points up to 100. That will be important, because as you can see, we are still 50 skill points away from guaranteeing quality 3. Now we can get 27 of those from skilling up inscription, and we can get 32 by shifting this tool out to a rare one and getting rare accessories. So do not sleep on making contracts when it comes to gold making in the War Within. This will be very good for gold making, and the thing is, after the second week, when you are able to guarantee quality 3 on contracts, a lot of the profit will then shift, because instead of making quality 3 with quality 3 ink, you can make it with quality 2 ink, and this is the wrong one, but if I go to this one, for example, I have gotten a lot of quality 1 ink and some quality 2 ink. So let's just try to make this with quality 2. In this case, we are now missing 155 knowledge points, or more like 162, which there is no way to get, by the way. So once you are up to the point of guaranteeing quality 3 contracts with quality 3 materials, a lot of the profit will then come from shifting down from quality 3 ink to lower quality ink, because people that are making quality 3 ink, that will very likely be twice the cost of quality 2, because everyone will make quality 2, making quality 3 on the other hand will be a little bit difficult, so there will be a price difference between quality 2 and quality 3. So when you are able to guarantee quality 3 on every single contract with quality 3 materials, a lot of the profit here will come from once again spending your concentration, but downgrading the materials from quality 3 down to quality 2. So that is going to be the long term when it comes to making contracts, downgrading from quality 3 materials down to quality 2, but yeah. Contract's going to be amazing at the start, going to be really good throughout the entire expansion, and when a new patch comes out, contract will still be relevant, as long as there's a new faction coming out in patch 11.1, for example, or 11.2, as long as there's a new faction to actually get reputation with, these contracts will always be relevant. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Once again, this is another way, like another video talking in depth about one specific way to make gold, so if it's not for you, that is completely fine. We have several of these, talking about different ways to make gold in the War Within, and my hope is that some of you guys will find this helpful, and that this will help some of you guys make millions. Either way, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, and let me know how you are planning to make gold in the War Within in the comments if you feel like sharing. Otherwise, you can also buy my War Within Goldmaking Guide, where a bunch of us are also sharing on Discord exactly how we are planning to make gold, and I'll be going even more in depth into my exact plans over there as well. Either way, thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it. I will see you all again in the next video very soon.